Hello. Now Cassio already went out of the stage and he was instigated by Iago that he should meet Desdemona to find a solution for his reinstatement of the post lieutenant, because according to Iago, Desdemona is the real general of Cyprus now. Why? She is newly married. Whatever she says, Othello would recognize or Othello would obey. So Iago recommends Cassio to meet Desdemona if he wants to get his post of lieutenant once again. By telling good night, honest Iago, 325, act number 2, scene number 3, unit number 325. Iago in a soliloquy says, "What is he?" Then says, "I play the villain." After Cassio leaving the stage as a soliloquy, nobody is there on the stage to listen. Iago says, "Who is this man?" Always all people say, "I play the role of a villain when this advice is free." My advice is free to everybody. Let all the people can take free of advice from me. Though I am cunning, I will give propitious advice. I give the honest probable to thinking. If my advice in the indirect way, the person who receives my advice should think whether it is correct or not. Indeed, of course, to win the Moor again. You think, what did I give advice to Cassio? Is it right? He should meet Desdemona first. For it is most easy to the inclined Desdemona to subdue. It is the method by which Cassio easily can subdue. Subdue means to make a request, win over in any honest suit. She is framed and as fruitful. Fruitful means generous. According to me, our Desdemona, who has been brought up by Brabantio, is a very generous girl, fruitful. As a free elements then for her to win the Moor were to renounce. She, as a generous woman, became the wife of the Moor because of very easy way renounces and were it more to the win Moor to renounce her baptism. Why? According to Iago, Desdemona was even ready to renounce. Renounce means give up. What? Her baptism means what? She was ready to give up her faith in Christianity to marry this Moor, Othello. Even she was ready to renounce all seals and symbols of redeemed sin, all the sins she has done. Even she left father, Brabantio. Even she gave up her faith in Christianity. All seals and symbols redeemed sin. His soul is too infected to her love. Infected means what? Enslaved. She may make, unmake, and what she list, even as her appetite shall play the God with his weak function. How am I then a villain? Underline, how am I then a villain? All people call me villain. But I give correct advice. If they want, they can take my advice. Otherwise, they will call me villain. There is no meaning that people call me villain. I give correct advice. To counsel Cassio to the parallel course directly to his good divinity of hell. If he goes in a different way, sometimes if he goes in a different way, sometimes he will lose the game. Othello is very strict. So, if Cassio goes in a different way, it will be difficult. When devils will their blackest spins, they do suggest first heavenly shows. Unit number 345. As I do now, while is honest fool piles Desdemona to repair fortunes, as she for him pleads strongly to the Moor. If my plan works out, when Cassio meets Desdemona, being generous woman, Desdemona would recognize and would be ready to meet Othello for this Cassio. Definitely she will help. I will pour the pestilence into his hair. This is my another plan. During the time when Cassio meets Desdemona, definitely there will be some courtesies of kissing on the hand and all that. That time I will call Othello and show what is now going to happen. Means what? I will put a poison in the ear of, I will pour pestilence. Underline pestilence means poison. വിഷം കുത്തിവെക്കുക. നമ്മുടെ ഇടയിൽ എല്ലാവർക്കുമുള്ള ഒരു സ്വഭാവമാണ് എക്സിനെയും വൈനെയും തല്ലിക്കുക, അവരെ ശത്രുക്കളാക്കുക. അതിനെ ഏത് പ്രയോഗവും ഉപയോഗിക്കുക. പോയ്സൺ I will definitely use. I will put poison in the ear. At the same way how our senior Hamlet was killed by Claudius in Hamlet. In the same way, this type of illusion coming, I will pour pestilence, I will pour poison in the ear means by verbal way. പറഞ്ഞ് ഇവനെ ഒരു വശത്താക്കാം. Repeal seem for bodies less. It is the private meeting by Cassio to Desdemona. I will tell Othello it is a matter based on lust. അവന് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഭാര്യയുടെ മേലെ ഒരു നോട്ടമുണ്ട് എന്ന് പറയാനുള്ള ഉദ്ദേശമാണ്. How much she strives to him good, she shall undo her glit with the more. Underline the result. What will happen? Desdemona will be an undesirable lady to Othello. By poisoning, Othello will be totally changed. So will I turn her virtue into pitch. Now she seems to be very virtuous woman. For other people, some people will call tomorrow onwards she is a very wanton lady, and over her own goodness make the net that she'll enmash them all. Enmash means ensure them all. Immediately after the soliloquy, Roderigo coming. Roderigo, now you know, this Iago is exploiting. And from Venice he came to Cyprus only by the recommendation of Iago. That one day, another day, some problems will be happening. That time Desdemona will be alone. My dear Roderigo, you can marry her second time. And Roderigo, how? Now Roderigo, why are you here? I do follow her in the chase and not a kind hound she hunts. As you told me, I went behind Desdemona for so many times. പൊരിയുന്ന വെയിലത്ത് കൈലിമുണ്ടും എടുത്ത് ഞാൻ അവളുടെ പിന്നാലെ കുറേ നടന്നു നോക്കി, ഒന്നും നടക്കൂല. I, just like a hound dog, I went behind her, but no one that fills up the cry, my money is almost spent. What Roderigo wants to communicate? Roderigo says, my dear Iago, I brought so much money from Venice, everything finished. നിന്നെ കുടിപ്പിച്ചും നിന്നെ തീറ്റിയും ഞാൻ തിന്നും ഇവിടെ നടന്ന് കൊണ്ടുവന്ന പണമെല്ലാം പോയി. I have been tonight exceedingly well indulged. I think the issue will be I shall have much experience for my pain, so that comes to end no money at all. After spending, I lost all the money. With all we to return to Venice. I decide by tomorrow I return home. ഞാൻ വെനീസിലോട്ട് തന്നെ തിരിച്ചു പോകാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നു. Iago, oh, how poor are they, have no patience. Underline, ക്ഷമയില്ലാത്തൊരു വിഡ്ഢികളാണിടൂ. ക്ഷമിച്ച് മുന്നോട്ട് പോ, ക്ഷമ കാണിക്കൂ. വൺ ഡേ ഓർ അനദർ ഡേ ഷീ വിൽ ബി വിത്ത് യു. ഞാനാണ് പറയുന്നേ. ക്ഷമ കാണിക്കാത്തവരെല്ലാം പമ്പര വിഡ്ഢികളാണ്. ക്ഷമ കാണിക്കണം. Oh, what wounded it her, but by the degrees the novice to work with. Sometimes you have to use intelligence with. Then you will be okay. Not by the witchcraft. പെട്ടെന്നൊന്നും ഒരു മാന്ത്രിക വിദ്യ കാണിച്ച് ഡെസ്റ്റിമോണിനെ വശത്താക്കാൻ പറ്റൂല. വിച്ച് ക്രാഫ്റ്റ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് പറ്റൂല. വാട്ട്? IQ you have to use. Which depends on the dilatory time. Does not well Cassio has beaten thee. Cassioന്റെ കയ്യിൽ നിന്ന് 2 അടി കിട്ടി. And thou by the small hurt had cashiered Cassio. നിനക്കൊരു ചെറിയ അടി കിട്ടിയോടോ, ചെറിയ മുറിവ് കിട്ടിയോടോ കൂടി എന്ത് പറ്റി? കാസിയോ ആ പോസ്റ്റിൽ നിന്ന് തെറിച്ചു. നടന്നില്ലേ? ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് നടന്നില്ലേ? ഇങ്ങനെ IQ ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് വേണം ഡെസ്റ്റിമോണിയെ നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് കടത്തിക്കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ. Now your small wound has cashiered. Cashiered means dismissed. അപ്പോൾ ചെറിയൊരു സിറ്റുവേഷനിൽ ചെറിയൊരു കോറലുണ്ടാക്കിയപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ റിസൾട്ട് വലുതായിരുന്നു. കാസിയോ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന വലിയ ഭീകരനെ ലെഫ്റ്റനൻ്റ് പോസ്റ്റിൽ നിന്ന് തെറിപ്പിച്ചു. കാരണം എന്താണ്? ആ പോസ്റ്റ് എനിക്കുള്ളതായിരുന്നു, എനിക്ക് കിട്ടിയില്ല. ബട്ട് thou this blossom first will ripe for fruits that blossom first. നീ മനസ്സിലാക്കണം, ഏറ്റവും ആദ്യം വിരിയുന്ന പൂക്കളാണ് ഏറ്റവും ഫലവത്തായിട്ടുള്ള ഫലങ്ങൾ പുറപ്പെടുവിക്കുക. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഫ്രൂട്ട്സ് ദാറ്റ് ബ്ലോസം ഫസ്റ്റ് വിൽ ഫസ്റ്റ് റൈപ്പ്. ആദ്യം വിരിയുന്ന പൂവാണ് ആദ്യത്തെ കായിട്ട് ജനിക്കുന്നത്. Content thyself ever by mouse by the morning, pleasure and action make hours and the short and retire thee. Go where thou art billeted. Whatever thing you need you do, wherever you need you go. But mind you, ആദ്യം വിരിയുന്ന പൂവാണ് ആദ്യത്തെ കായായിട്ട് ജനിക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് once you take your own time, you will get things done. So be careful. Pleasure and action make the hours seem short. Retire thee. നീ എവിടെ വേണമെങ്കിൽ പൊക്കൂ. പക്ഷേ if you want to marry Desdemona, show some patience. കുറച്ച് ക്ഷമ കാണിക്കൂ. Things will be under our control. That is okay. Retire thee, you go anywhere thou art billeted. Billeted means courted. Wherever you want you can go courted. Away, I say, thou shalt not more hereafter. Hereafter means afterwards. Thou shalt not know. ഇനി ഇതിലും കൂടുതലൊന്നും എനിക്ക് നിന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞു തരാൻ പറ്റൂല. Thereafter nay get thee gone. Exit Roderigo ഒന്നും മിണ്ടാതെ പോയി. Some things are to be done. My wife must move for Cassio to her mistress. As soon as Roderigo went away from the stage, again like a piece of soliloquy, Iago says, my wife should report about Cassio to Desdemona first. I will call my wife Emilia. Let her contact Desdemona. അവളെ കൊണ്ട് ഒന്ന് മുൻകൂട്ടി പറഞ്ഞു വെപ്പിക്കാം. Myself I to draw to move apart, and being him, my wife must move for Cassio to her mistress. I will set her on. എൻ്റെ വൈഫിനെ ഡെസ്റ്റിമോണിയുടെ അടുത്തേക്ക് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു വിടാം. Myself I will to draw the more apart and bring him jump when he may Cassio find. അപ്പോൾ ആ സമയത്ത് when Desdemona talking to Cassio privately, that time I will show the Moor, I will show Othello what secrecy is going on in this way that would make our Othello jump. ഇത് കണ്ടതോടുകൂടി ഡെസ്റ്റിമോണിയും കാസിയും സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് കാണുന്നതോടുകൂടി നമ്മുടെ ഒഥല്ലോ ഭയങ്കര ആംഗ്രിയായി പോകും. ഈ ആംഗ്രിയായി പോകുന്നതോടുകൂടി സകലതും തകിടം മറിയും. സ്ലോലി ഹീ വിൽ ഡെവലപ്പ് എ ജലസി. ഈ ജലസി ഇങ്ങനെ വളർന്ന് അതിൻ്റെ റിസൾട്ട് എന്തായി പോകുമോ? Iago is eating very pudding inside the mound. Bring him jump when he may Cassio find. Othello may find Cassio soliciting Desdemona. കൈ പിടിച്ച് ഉമ്മ കൊടുത്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് കേർട്ടിസി കാണിക്കുക. ആ സമയം നോക്കി ഞാൻ ഒഥല്ലോന് കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കും. ഇതാണ് സംഭവിക്കുന്നത്. The way a dull, not device, coldness and delay. And what happened? Without any delay, things will be happening as per my plan. My plan is a tragedy where Othello finds no way of life. Desdemona to be punished. Roderigo to be punished. Cassio to be punished. All the people to be punished. This is the way of my talk. So please remember, all the people who are the audience here, that is something happening in the near future, that I will show Othello a man of jealousy and will become a great man of tragedy. Now we go to act number 3, scene number 1. We go to act number 3, scene number 1. All of you take, now we go to first scene before the castle, Cyprus. Scene is in the Cyprus. Enter Cassio, musician, and the clown. Cassio, masters, play here, I will contend your pains. Something that is brief and a good morrow general. All the people are in a very happy mood, and Cassio asking them to play different instruments. Then one clown is there. All the tragedies, some clowns will be there. All these clowns acting just like a comic relief. They will present themselves comedy, man of comedy. Clown, why masters, you instruments been at Naples that speak in the nose less? Othello, Shakespeare telling through clown, all the people are with some musical instruments, and clown says, no importance given to this, but clown says, I think all the instruments you have brought from Naples because it makes a nose sound. നേപ്പാളിൽ നിന്ന് കൊണ്ടുവന്നത് കൊണ്ടായിരിക്കും എന്നുള്ള ശബ്ദം വരുന്നത്. ഫസ്റ്റ് മ്യൂസീഷ്യൻ, how sir, how are these, I pray, called wind instruments? All the instruments based on wind, കാറ്റടിച്ച് ബെല്ലോസിൻ്റെ പോലെ കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഓടക്കുഴൽ പോലെയുള്ള ശബ്ദമാണ്. ഫസ്റ്റ് മ്യൂസീഷ്യൻ, I marry are they sir, here by hangs a tail. First musician, where hangs a tail? Clown, all these are very insignificant conversation. How many wind instruments that I know? Clown says, I have seen So many wind instruments. കുറേ ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെൻറ്റ്സ് കാറ്റുകൊണ്ട് ഊതുന്ന ബെല്ലോസ് പോലെ, ഹാർമോണിയം പോലെ. I have seen so many instruments. That master's money for you, the general so like you music, that he desire all the loves that make a noise with it. First musician, well sir, we will not. Clown, you have any music that may not be heard taken as they do hear. Music general does not breathe you. First musician, we have none such sir. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള മ്യൂസിക് ഒന്നും ഞങ്ങളുടെ കയ്യിലില്ല. Clown, then put your pipes in the bag and I will away go vanish away. If you do not know the correct way of singing songs, playing the music, then get away. ഈ സ്ട്രീറ്റിലാരും നിൽക്കണ്ട പോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് അവരെ ഓടിച്ചു വിട്ടു. All the musicians exuent. ഈ സമയത്ത് ക്ലൗൺ ടോക്കിംഗ് ടു കാസിയോ coming. Cassio, dost thou any honest friend? Dost thou hear my honest friend? Clown, no, I hear not your honest friend. I hear you. Prithee, Cassio, prithee, keep your killets there. All the clowns will make some puns and quibbles. The same time, once they use a particular word, listener will get another meaning. That is the general practice of Shakespearean dramas. So Cassio telling clown, never use different puns and different words to me. Poor piece of gold for thee. You take one gold coin. Now keep in your hand. Gentlewoman and gentle general wife be stirring, tell her Cassio entries, her little Cassio speech. Then you please go and inform Desdemona or our general's wife that I am here to talk to her. Clown, she is stirring, sir. She will stir hither. I shall seem to notify to her. She is stirring there. She was inside the castle. She will come in a particular time. This time enter Iago. Then clown goes back. So Iago is there, Cassio is there. Even Iago gives some more direction to Cassio. Now Cassio going to meet Desdemona. What is going to happen? Let us see. Wait and next to see.